So the title of the exhibition is At the Bottom of the Sink There is a Black Hole. I had this thought that what if black holes were the plumbing system of the universe? So I started to think about the way that matter kind of folds into a black hole. So in my work, I'm really thinking about finding points of connection between the grand and mundane as a way of sort of injecting humor into my way of understanding the world. The reason why I'm so interested in pipes is that they kind of act as a sculptural line throughout the exhibition. So the pipe, it is at once a line, it's also kind of a tunnel, like a passage or a portal. In my piece Portal, I was really thinking about different traditions that use kind of the act of passing through a hole or a passage as a way to heal. So there's different examples throughout the United Kingdom of kind of these holy stones that people would pass, like a child through a split ash, for example, or a stone structure. Kind of this act of going through a hole becomes sort of an act of healing. The piece also acts as a kind of a viewfinder for other pieces in the exhibition, so it becomes a frame. The pipe also acts as a metaphor for time. So there's kind of this unidirectional flow that's implicit in the pipe form. Most of the works in the exhibition are made out of ceramic, and it's a material that I've been interested in ever since I was a child. I used to kind of harvest clay on the land that I lived when I was 6 and 7, and I would make kind of these little sculptures out of clay. And I think what really draws me to the material is its tactility. I really think of clay as kind of a three-dimensional drawing material. Generally, my pieces start as drawings, and then they're kind of transformed into 3D objects. So from the drawing, I'll make a maquette that helps me to figure out kind of how I should proceed at a larger scale. Because transposing something is never going to be a direct process, so there's always a certain amount of things that change. I do a lot of image-based research and also a lot of kind of historical research. And I think during my MFA, it became quite challenging to think about how all of these different ideas could be held in space at once. It was easy to feel like my ideas were quite diffuse, and it can be difficult when you're trying to communicate concepts or ideas to hold someone's attention if you're going here, 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 here. Or I feel like the word circulation kind of crystallizes a lot of these different concepts and enables me to hold all of these different systems and interests of mine in space at once. So when I was kind of laying the work out for the exhibition, I was really excited about the idea of the viewer also circulating the space and how kind of the viewer becomes a very imperative part of the exhibition, in that they reinforce this concept of kind of traversing space and navigating. And I like to imagine kind of the different pathways through the gallery that they would take. In my work, I play a lot with this idea of familiar and strange. And so I kind of am inspired by these fixtures, hygienic fixtures that we interact with on a daily basis. But I'm interested in how to kind of abstract them and how much information can you give a viewer before something becomes unrecognizable? Like, what are the kind of bare elements that are needed to make an association with another object?